Hello everyone, very good evening. How are you all? Fine? Absolutely fine or what? Oh, nice, great. Okay, so shall we start our next management chapter, that is chapter number 9, Principles of Management and Modern Approaches. Principles of Management and Modern Approaches. Okay. So, Vanakkam, Namaskaram, Namaskara, Namaste. This is CS Aarti Panigrahi, your mentor for business law and management, directly live from the heritage city, Mysuru. Okay, hi, Alfonso. So, with this great and lovely vibes, we should start our next lecture. That is the hello, Hemant. Hello, Shiva. Hi. So, principle of management and modern approaches. You guys are great here. Yes. Lovely people. Lovely people. I'm blessed to have you all. Fine. So, we will start the next chapter with that wise. Hello, Subramanyam. So, principle of management and modern approaches. There we will see the principle of management. And first we are starting with the Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management. How many? 14 principles of management. Is it difficult to remember? What are you thinking? No, na? Very good. So why it is not difficult? What? You had studied in PUC. What I was expecting, you will say, Are Aarti madam, you are teaching us. So easy. Oh, I thought that. What nonsense answer you guys are giving me. Now, अब तुम्हारी मैं बैंड बजाती हूँ. What 14 principle you had studied? चलो बताओ. Henry Fayol, तुम्हारे grandfather. Okay, so Henry Fayol, great grandfather. Okay, so known as the father of administrative management. Okay, developed 14 principles that serve as a general guidelines for effective management. So 14 principles. Tell me at least 2 to 3. I'm so happy that something you learn in your PUC. After scoring 98, 90 what? 98 Vinyasini, 98. 94, 98 Harshita. Yes, Nalin. If somebody, any champ is there in between 60 to 70, I'll be more happy. Yes. How much, Hemant? Okay. So the thing is what, like, yes, at least really, it's first time I'm getting something from the second PUC student, something they are telling. Okay. Fine. Nice. So Henry Fayol, so that will become very easy for us. Yes, online buddies. Hello, Prakriti. So Henry Fayol, known as the father of which kind of management, guys? Which management? Administrative management, developed 14 principles that serve as general guidelines for effective management. These principles are flexible and can be adapted according to organizational requirement. Okay, these are the flexible principles. So first of all, you already said that division of work. Fine. Work should be, hello Sasha, very good evening. So division of work. Work should be divided among individuals according to their specialization. Are you getting? Work should be divided. We are talking about the administrative management where work should be divided into people, the one who are expertise in that. Otherwise, law expertise ko finance de do, band baja dega. Hai na? Yes, if you will give it to someone is not having a background of finances, you give legal to them. Sorry, the one who is not having finance background, you give finances to them. Legal you give to finance people. Uska dimag kharab ho jayega pura. Okay. So what we have to do, the division of work should be in their specialized expertise area. Specialization increases what, guys? Efficiency, productivity and quality of work. Now, authority and responsibility. What is authority? Yes, what is authority? Responsibility is the accountability. Authority is what? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, online buddies, tell me. Ordering, power. Authority is what? Which is having the power. What he said, control also. So the one who is having the power and control in their hand, that they are called the authoritative people. Okay, authority is there in their hand. Then accountability. Accountability, responsibility, and authority is totally separate thing. But the one who are having the authority to give instruction, they should also take the responsibility and accountability to, so it all comes together only. So authority and responsibility is what? Authority is the right to give orders, while responsibility is to obligation to perform your duty, and both should go together and remain balanced. Okay, now what is discipline? So third one is what? Division of work, authority, responsibility. Third one is the discipline, guys. Employees must respect organizational rules, regulation, and agreement to ensure smooth functioning. What are the ways? In what ways? What rules, regulation they have to follow if employees is going in that way? So it is the smooth functioning. Okay, if somebody is, if you are going controlling power, yes. Who is? What is the name? Now. GNARKASHAIYA, controlling power. I'm not able to take your name. From which place you are? May I know? Because name is not, I'm not able to take your name. Okay, fine. So, guys, what I'm saying, if somebody, the rules, regulation, and agreements, these are in one way, and somebody is performing or doing opposite way, what will be there? Is there smooth functioning? No, there will be a friction. So guys, for smooth functioning, discipline is necessary. Unity of command is what? In last lecture also we had seen. What is the unity of command? Madam, we had mugged up these 12 points. What is the meaning? That I don't know. Huh? One boss, one immediate boss, immediate boss for subordinates. What you said, Vinyasini, that is right. Each employee should receive instructions from only one superior. There should no many bosses. Only one boss who will give the instruction to superior. For what, guys? To avoid confusion and conflict. If 3-4 bosses will be there and they will give you instruction, you will confuse whose instruction I should follow. Are you getting? So unity of command is what? Only one superior to avoid confusion and conflict. Then unity of direction, who will tell? Chalo. Unity of direction. Yes. Under same objective. Very good. Very good. In one direction. Wow. Same action or plan. You guys deserve 98%. Vinyasini, Harshita, what Sonika. Very, very good. Today I'm really first time I'm proud of the 98 or 99% people. Otherwise, oh, tum log kya karte ho? You mugged up the things and you come here and you are totally blank when we are starting the professional teaching. Okay, so this is actually this subject is also not the core subject of your thing. So maybe some basic ideas everybody is having, but very good. Unity of direction is what, guys? Activities having the same objective should be directed by one manager under one plan. When the objectives are same, then the action of plan should be also same. Okay, so that is called the unity of direction. Unity of commands refers to one employee's one boss, or whereas unity of direction relate to one objective and one action plan. Okay, subordination of individual interest to general interest. What is that? Subordination. Subordination. You can also participate. I think this time quiz I will have good. Okay, JP Nagar. Hi, Vivek. Oh, nice. So, what will happen in this time quiz? I should bring many prizes, I think so. What? Vega, head, Veko. Subordination of individual interest to general interest is what, guys? The interest of The interests of organization should take precedence over individual. Interest means what? You should keep up the organization interest rather than your personal interest. Any manager. Okay? Yes? So next is the subordination of individual interest to general interest, then remuneration. Employees should receive fair and reasonable compensation for their services to ensure satisfaction and motivation. Without paisa, no satisfaction, no motivation. You have any motivation and without money? What are the things? Yes, I wanted to hear the philosophy of young people's. Yes, motivation and satisfaction without without money. Yes, this age is definitely you are having one after one age. Money involves in all motivations. Right now, you don't have responsibilities, so you can. Yeah, I wanted to know what motivations and satisfaction. Yes, bolo bhai. Ma'am, when we are in relationship, we feel top of the world, है ना? Yes, online buddies. Yes, है ना? एक वो है, no money matters there, है ना? Then what others? Okay, that happiness in your parents face. How it will come happiness on your parents face? First of all, this time now you are at the right direction. If everybody will keep that motivation, then to ProTree, yes. Alfonza, Patna girl. Oh, Alfonza, you are joining from Patna. Great. Nice. Wow. Okay. So, happy to have you, Alfonza. Yes, in our team, joining from online. Okay, guys. Yes. Back to the topic. आज कुछ ज़्यादा ही मज़ा हो रहा है ना? Yes. So, yes. So, we were talking about the remuneration. Yes, if you are thinking that your parents' face, if you wanted to see the happiness at your parents' face, then what? If on their face you want to see happiness, you have to crack it in one shot. And for that, you have to watch all lectures, online buddies, everyone who are joining these classes, and go revise every day, and then only you can create the. Now it is not 200 marks, guys, it is 400 marks. It is not that easy also. You have to change your attitude, what you were having earlier towards CSEET. Okay? Yes? The next is what? Centralization. Who will tell me? Centralization. What is that? Centralization power is what? The power, yes, Vivek. Yes, the power centralization is what? The power is concentrated to one person. Okay? The one person is having the power to take the decision. Okay, that is called the centralization. Management should determine the appropriate degree of centralization and decentralization when the powers are delegating at the different levels. Decentralization depending on organizational needs. If it is a small company, tell me which kind of power, centralized or decentralized? If it is a small company, centralized. And if it is big organization, large organization, decentralization. Very good, very good. Scalar chain is what, guys? Scalar chain. Very good. Top to bottom. So there should be a clear line of authority from top management to the lowest level of the organization. Top level, middle level, lower level. Who are the person who are giving the authority? It should be very clear. That is called the scalar chain. Got it? Yes. Next is what? Order. There should be a proper place for everything and everyone. Material order means what? Proper management of resources. The resources should be at the proper place where it should be utilized. It should be utilized for that. It should not be wastage of resources. So that is called the material order. And social order is what, guys? Right person at the right job. Okay? Then equity is what? Equity, equality. Oh, ma'am, today we have a great class. Are you enjoying, Vivek? Are you enjoying? Thank you so much. So every day you want that energy, so you guys have to join and you have to be responsive. How you are responsive today, everyone? Okay. Even you please participate in the answers, everyone. Online buddies. Yes, okay. So stability, equity is what managers should treat employees with fairness, kindness and justice. Equality, fairness, kindness and justice to promote loyalty and commitment. Manager should treat people, employee first in that way. Then only you will get from the employee that commitment and loyalty. Okay, that is called the equity. Then stability of tenure of personnel. Employees turnover. We had discussed it. What is that? Employee turnover. Positive or negative? Negative. Turnover is what? If people are leaving that organization like within a very short span, they're joining, this is called the employee turnover, should be minimized. So stability of tenure of personnel should minimize, otherwise somebody will enter into the organization, they will learn, and then after that they will leave. What the benefit the organization will get there? Again you have to teach to the new people, and again they will leave them. So there should be stability of tenure of personnel. Employee turnover should be minimized because stability improves efficiency and organizational performance. Okay. Now initiative. Initiative is what, guys? Employees should be encouraged to think independently and contribute ideas for the organizational improvement. That is called the initiation by the employees. Okay. Then esprit de corps is what, guys? Management should promote team spirit, cooperation and harmony among employees. Okay. Yes. So this is all you have not to remember. The Henry Fayol's 14 principle of management. You have to remember what is the concept behind each and every point. Okay. So division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination, remuneration, centralization, scalar chain, and order, equity, stability of tenure, initiative, esprit de corps. Let me know USD. Oh, wow. Before that, USD came. Very nice. So, yes, I have USD. I was just supposed to ask. Before that, I got the USD. Thank you so much. That's a really magical day. Hai, yaar. Yes. Then scientific management by F.W. Taylor. Now, Henry Fayol, namaskara. Iga F.W. Taylor. Serena. So, Frederick Winslow Taylor. F.W. Taylor. F.W. Taylor. बहुत बड़ा नाम है इनका नामकरण. Okay. So, what we can say? We can remember him. F.W. Taylor is popularly known as the father of scientific management. Now, we are moving from the administrative to scientific. Henry Fayol to Frederick F.W. Taylor. Taylor. Yes. So Taylor is the father of scientific management. Scientific management is based on what, guys? We had seen in the first chapter. It is based on the observation. It is based on the analysis. Okay. We had seen that developing some methods out of the scientific method. So Taylor is talking about that management should not be something guesswork, like you are guessing, you are estimating. No, not like that. Develop something scientifically method and deploy that method. Are you getting? It is not like because what will happen if you will just estimate and guess? Guesswork will be there. Then what will happen? Everybody will change that. Somebody will estimate something. So F.W. Taylor had focused on what, guys? He focused that there should be a scientific method of the management. Are you getting? By the observation, by the analysis. Okay. Scientific management aims at improving efficiency and productivity through scientific analysis of work methods. Taylor believed that every job has one best way of being performed and management should scientifically discover that method. Are you getting? Everyone. So what is the way where I can motivate you to study and to give a best result? There should be some ways. It is not only if we will pamper you, we will tell you, sometime harshly also we have to tell you the depth of this courses and depth of the demand, how much hard work and efforts are required, guys. USD? Yes? Yes. So there are some best way, but every people is having, like, say suppose one work a group of people are doing. So by the analysis and by the observation, we will get to know which method is going best with this group. So like that, F.W. Taylor had focused on the scientific methods of management. Okay, so Taylor believed that every job has one best way of being performed and management should scientifically discover that method. Principle of scientific management. 1, 2, 3, 4 principle. 4 principles are there. 14 so you had already memorized, the smart people. Let's see these four management principles. Easy for you, right? So principle of scientific management is what? Science, not rule of thumb. What is rule of thumb? Rule of thumbs are based on the estimation. Rule of thumb is what? Based on the estimation and practical experience. Like rule of thumb is what? If you are joining in a new company, are you getting? If you are joining a new company, what should be the rule of thumb for you? To reach at the time, at least 10 minutes before the time. Or in the beginning, you will start coming late. If start going late, half an hour, 1 hour, then what will happen? So these are what? Practical experience and estimation. Like if what is required where. So that is a common what? Perception you can make. But we are not talking about that perception. We are talking about the science. Okay. So management should, F.W. Taylor had said science, not rule of thumb. Okay. So management should replace traditional methods and guesswork. He is not believing on guesswork with scientific study and analyze the determine the most efficient way of performing work. Okay. So there should be a scientific method to perform a work in an efficient way. Second, scientific selection, training and development. You scientifically select the people. How you will select the? Okay, Alfonso is asking me, what is USD? USD is if you are understanding the topic. So that's why this is our style of asking feedback. USD, understood. Okay. Okay, Alfonso. Yes. So management should replace traditional methods and guesswork. We are on in the second topic, scientific selection, training and development. Now, F.W. Taylor is telling workers should be selected scientifically based on their, they should be selected on their abilities and then properly trained and developed to perform efficiently. Easier. First of all, so you have to develop the method, guys. There should be a method. Okay, how the worker will or how the employee will do in the best way. Second one is what? Selection, training and development should be also scientific way. Means select the best ability, then train them and then develop to perform efficiently. Third one is what, guys? Cooperation between management and workers. Management and employees should work together harmoniously to ensure successful implementation of scientific method. Are you getting harmony? Harmony is required in each and every way, guys. Harmony at every. What is harmony? What is harmony? You know harmony? Huh? What is that? What is harmony? Harmonious situation is what? Happiness, togetherness. Okay, there should be no conflict. Conflict free environment is called the harmony environment. Okay, so management and employees should work together harmoniously to ensure successful implementation of scientific methods. So the third principle is what? Cooperation between management and workers. Okay, now Taylor believed that the interest of workers and employers are complementary rather than conflicting. That's why I said if you will work in harmony, it will be complementary. The employees will complement to each other. They will do the work in a complementary way. They will support each other, and where it will be utilized then in the success of the organization. So there should be no conflict. Okay. So the third principle is talking about the cooperation between management and worker. Then fourth principle is about equal division of work and responsibility. Work and responsibility should be shared between management and workers. Management should focus on planning and supervision. Management will make the planning and they will supervise the work of employees, and workers should focus on the execution. So equal division of work and responsibility. Okay, yes. So what are the four principles? Science, not rule of thumb, scientific selection, training and development, cooperation between management and workers, and equal division of work and responsibility. Now, contributions of scientific management. Okay, Shreya Akash, what you, ma'am, can't understand. What which point you wanted to know from me? Shreya, tell me. Which point you didn't get? You joined late. Yes, Shreya, tell me which point I should explain. Please write your confusion. Ma'am, can you explain principles? So these principles, we are talking about the F.W. Taylor. Which principle? F.W. Taylor principle. That is the scientific management. Yes, scientific management. And there are four principles. These principles are talking, that first principle is telling it is not based on the rule of thumb. It is not based on the estimation, and it is based on the scientific methodology, where we have to leave the traditional method and guesswork. Instead of that, we have to develop the scientific method where we can get to take the work from the employees in a efficient way. So this was the first principle. Second is scientific selection. When you are selecting the people, you have to select on their abilities, and you have to train them. Manager have to train them to develop them. Okay, this is the second principle, scientific selection, training and development. Then third one is what? Cooperation between management and worker. Cooperation means people are, workers are managing, they are working in a harmoniously way, and they should not do any kind of conflict. They should do the cooperation. So it should be the complementary work, not the conflicting work. And the fourth one is equal division of the work and responsibility. Means what? That management should focus on the planning and supervision. The management will focus on planning and supervision, and worker will execute the work given by the management. These four principles we are talking in F.W. Taylor. USD, Shreya? Yes, Shreya, hope I had given all the 4 points. So let's move further in this topic. Contributions of scientific management, improved productivity, and so it is, oh, USD. So this is what yes, understood. Okay, fine. So this is the thing, is it is MCQ paper. You cannot write extra thing in this. You don't need to bother about that. Just bother about in descriptive things where you can add more things. Okay. So contributions of scientific management is what? Productivity and efficiency, standardization of work methods, standardization by the scientific method. There will be a standard format. Okay. Then scientific selection and training of workers, and better utilization of the resources, introduction of incentive based system. What is incentive based system? Incentive based system is what? Incentive based system. How much? Yes, yes. Performance, very, very good. Incentive wage system is what? If anybody, yes, giving extra benefit to whom? Not to everyone. To whom? The one who are performing better. We have to give motivation by giving them incentive to work in more better way, and even to influence the others, so that other can also work in a better way, so that they will also get the incentives. Okay. So introduction of incentive based system. Now criticism of scientific management is what? As already I told you, every advantage is coming with the disadvantages. Okay, so excessive emphasis on efficiency. Taylor is talking about the efficiency. Neglect of human and social aspects of the work, like that only we are talking. Incentive based system. Nice, nice. Okay, so assumption of a single best method for, so what I was talking, if you are only thinking about work, how to get the work in the efficient manner, but there probably you will neglect the human and social aspects of the work, where the human and society is demanding not only efficiency, but their personal their personal interest should also be taken care. Okay, then assumption of a single best method for all situation. Do you think that one method will work for all situation? We had seen that in the different situation, our management style should be different. In urgency, which kind of style you are preferring? Autocratic style. Okay, in creativity, there should be like demo. You should take the ideas and creativity of the people. Okay, so persuasive, where motivation needed, the influence needed. So this scientific method will not work for all situation. This is a demerit or criticism. Then overemphasis on shop floor operation. What is shop floor operation? Shop floor operation. Yes, please add anyone. Anyone through online. Many people are there. You can also put your input. Shop floor. Yes, yes. That is the thing. This is the criticism, that only we cannot talk about the efficiency. There, this scientific method or FW Taylor thinking is not reaching. So they are talking only about the. That's why you are asking. That is right, totally right. That it is not, if we are making only incentive and making the production high, that will only not work in the organization. Okay. So shop floor operation, I was asking. Yes. Shop floor or what is that? Huh? Shop floor operation is what? The manufacturing, and where you are the routine work of raw material into finished good. Okay. That is called the shop floor operation. Okay. So in the factory, what routine work, manufacturing is going on, that is called. So overemphasis on, now he is talking only about the incentive-based system, efficiency, efficient work, and all. Means the Taylor is only talking about the production, is only talking about the shop floor operation. What about the other things? Are you getting? Yes. Then despite criticism, Taylor's idea laid the foundation for modern management. It is the foundation for the modern management practices. Modern approaches, management by objective, modern approaches, guys. Okay. Management by objectives, MBO. Henry Fayol, FW Taylor. Now we are thinking the thought of Peter, we are looking at the thought of Peter Drucker. Okay. The modern approaches. Management by objective is a modern management technique developed by Peter Drucker. MBO is a system in which managers and employees jointly set objectives, and work together to achieve them. In the modern era, Shreya Akash joining from which place? Yes, the modern management. Peter Drucker. Yes, which place you are joining, Shreya? Tamil Nadu. Oh, very good. Nice. Okay. So, guys, what we are talking, we are seeing the modern approaches by the Peter Drucker. MBO is a system which managers and employees jointly set objectives and work together to achieve them. The basic idea is that employees perform better when they clearly understand what is expected from them and actively participate in the goal setting. So what happened? How they will understand that what is the expectation of management from the employee? How? One word is there which will make a complete thing. Like employees perform better. For that, they should clearly understand what is the expectation of management. What is that connecting word? What is that connecting word, guys? Yes? Speak loudly. I'm not getting. Arey bhai, how the employee will get to know Clearly, how they will clearly understand that what the management is expecting? Communication. Very, very good. Communication. Yes, yes, Shreya. Very good, Shreya. Participate in the next quiz. Maybe you will be the winner. Drop your address. We'll send you the reward. Very good. I'm very happy you are participating. Yes. So, guys, how the employees will get to know what management wants from them? That is the communication. Okay. Otherwise, they will confuse what they have to do. Fine. Then steps in MBO is what, guys? Setting organizational objectives. The organization establishes overall goals and target. Communicating objectives. After the setting goals and targets, it should be communicated to employees. Objectives are communicated clearly to employees at all level. At all level. They should not tell that we were not aware about this goal and objective. Then the work should not be hampered. That's why it should be at all levels, guys. Okay. Then participation in goal setting. Managers and employees jointly determine individual performance goal. Now, we had seen in this that the goal setting managers are doing with the employees. Are you getting? So, when the goal setting they are participating, they will know there what the individual goals are there. Okay. So, managers and employees jointly determine individual performance goals. Monitoring performance. Progress is continuously reviewed and measured against predetermined objective which is already set. What is predetermined? Which is already set objectives. Okay, now then performance evaluation and rewards. Actual performance is evaluated and employees achieving objectives are what are the actual, whatever goal you had made, what objectives you had decided, whether in the real terms they are reaching or not. So actual performance is evaluated and employees achieving objectives are rewarded. Okay. So these are the steps in MBO. Now features of MBO: goal-oriented approach, joint participation of managers and employees, focus on measurable objectives. What is measurable objectives? Measurable is what? Measurable objectives. No, measurable objectives. We already know this much we have to. Okay. So, no, focus on measurable objectives is what? You know that what you have to achieve. Now, after achieving, you can measure this is achieved or not. So, it is the combination of predetermined and after the achievement, you can measure at every step that objectives are achieved or not. So, that is measurable. Okay. Continuous performance evaluation is required, improves communication and coordination, and aligns individual goals with the organizational goals. Yes, these are the targets and objectives which can be measurable. Okay. So this was the features of MBO. Then advantages of MBO is what? Advantages. What are the advantages, guys? Improves employees' motivation. So employees feel involved in decision making and become more committed to achieving objectives. They are also jointly determining the objective. They know their personal individual goals. Then enhances communication. Regular interaction between managers and employees improves understanding and cooperation. Okay, regular communication, evaluation of performance and objective. So it will be regular interaction in between employee and manager will enhance the understanding and cooperation, and clarifies roles and responsibility. Clearly defined objective help employees understand what is expected from them. Facilitates performance evaluation. Performance can be measured objectively against predetermined goals. Okay. So facilitate performance evaluation. Now, whatever given to someone to perform, if you will evaluate, and then we have seen the reward system also. If in a particular time, whatever goals and targets are given to employees, they are achieving it, then you are giving the rewards also. Okay. And improves organizational effectiveness. These all steps, these all features is why we are taking and why they are suggesting for the effective organizational management, or organization will perform in an effective way. So alignment of individual and organizational objectives enhances overall performance. If any employees, they are just focusing on the individual goals, it will not contribute to organization success. To achieve organization success, everybody should move in the same direction. The objective should be the common objective, guys. Common objective. This is the question in your exam. The objective should not the individual objective, common objective. But here in this approach, it was defined to individual employees. They are already aware about their individual goals also. Then how they have to align their individual goal with the organizational goal to reach the success. Okay. Yes. Then limitation, guys. Limitation is excessive focus on the targets, focus only on achieving target while ignoring broader organizational value. While achieving target, if you are not following the value for the people, there you will lack that. Okay. Then time consuming process, goal setting, monitoring, evaluation require considerable time and efforts. Requires strong management support. Successful implementation depends heavily on commitment from top management. Strong management support is required, top management. So may ignore qualitative factors, means we are talking about the quantity of production efficiency, but probably we will leave the quality. Okay. So some aspects such as creativity, teamwork, organizational culture are difficult to measure through objectives alone. Now say suppose Mr. A is an employee who is having the individual goal and he knows that it is incentive wage system. If I will do this, I will get this much of reward. Maybe the Mr. B required the help of Mr. A. He will not do that teamwork. Are you getting? They will focus more on the individual goals. Yes? Okay. So then management by objective. This is actually a repetitive things printed, and our time is also over within 3 months. Yes. It will definitely help in organization for the efficiency. Efficiency, they are focusing only on efficiency, productivity. Try to understand. They are only focused on the shop floor things and all. What? The manufacturing, this much unit should be there. But in the race of production, there are a lot of other things in that organization. The value system, the team, the coordination. See here, what they are lacking here. Creativity. Now you wanted to achieve this goal. Maybe you will leave your creativity. It will happen or not. You are just towards the goal. I have to achieve. In that, maybe you will leave the values. Okay. So creativity, teamwork, organizational culture, where we are talking about the ethical. Now efficiency. Maybe you will go unethical for the productivity or efficiency. Are you getting? You will leave the ethical norms also. Okay. So that's why it is not perfect for like here we are qualitative factor we are leaving if we are focusing more on the quantity. Okay. So let's have a recap of this. Modern approaches by Peter Drucker. Okay. Jointly setting the objective and understanding the goal. Employees should understand the goal setting when it will be communicated to them. Setting steps in MBO, setting organizational objective, communicating objective, participation in the goal setting, monitoring performance evaluation and reward. Okay. So objectives are rewarded. Actually, it is not like Taylor that was little rigid towards the this one, efficiency and productivity. It is not like that. You are giving the participation to employee. This is a modern approach, guys. Okay. But the foundation is a Taylor. Okay, FW Taylor. Then features, goal-oriented, participation, measurable objective, continuous performance evaluation, and improves communication and coordination. Align individual goal with the organize. You have to align. This word you understood. Okay, na? You have not to only think about your goal, it should be aligned with the organizational goal. And advantage, improve employee motivation, enhances communication, clarifies roles and responsibility, facilitates performance evaluation, and improves organizational effectiveness. What are the limitations? Excessive focus on the target, time consuming, strong management support required, and may ignore qualitative factors. This is about all today's lecture. Go and revise this, okay? Very easy, interesting though, okay? So in the next class, we will finish this chapter, okay? And we'll move to our quiz. Yes? Thank you so much for the patience listening, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, online buddies, to a great participation. Very good class. When is the next? Tomorrow is the next class, Shreya. You can join from Tamil Nadu. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye for today, guys.